my bench was an old door which I had cut out, this section of. And then this side, this is my brand new desk. Hey, what's happening, guys? Tatogadebe here. Welcome to another video. Thank you so much for tuning in. So the other day I was actually sitting in my office and I was actually thinking to myself, I haven't given you guys an updated office tour because a lot of things have changed in my office. Sorry, I'm just parking right now. I just got back from getting a haircut. I've got a bit of hair on me, so if you notice the hair on my shirt, please do excuse that. I was sitting in my office and I was thinking to myself, I haven't actually given you guys an updated office tour, which is bad because the whole point of me doing this channel is I want to show you guys kind of the update and how I go about doing my business on a daily basis and so on. So as I say, a lot of things have changed over the last couple of weeks. This is a better time than any to give you a bit of an updated office tour so you can see all the new things that we've bought. We have been doing reasonably well over the last while, which is why we can afford to do these things. So if that sounds interesting to you guys, please do stick around and let's get straight into this video. Okay, so for those of you that don't remember what the office tour was all about in the first video that I made, here's a little sneak peek for you right here. For those of you that would like to watch the full video, I will have it linked down below. It'll be the first link in the description box, so you can have a look at that and see, maybe do a bit of a comparison to see what it is that we had, what our setup looked like before compared to what it looks like now. I'm very excited with what the setup looks like now because it is a little bit more professional and it does aid in my productivity. And ever since we've done the upgrades, I found myself to be a lot more productive and I'm very happy with the way that it's looking. We are not fully there yet, but slowly but surely we'll eventually get to the full workshop that we are all gunning for. So without us wasting any more time, I would like to welcome you to the TRJ Studio Tour Part 2. Okay, so there we have it. This is the first part of the update that we've done to the studio. So if you remember before, my bench was an old door which I had cut out, this section of to create the space for me to work. So it was an old door and I put it inside a frame and created sort of a workbench. So what we've decided to do now is we actually got an actual bench and I bought it from Goldsmith and Jewelry Supplies, and this was basically a workbench that has got these three drawers over here. So this drawer opens and I can basically put any of my tools inside there quite nicely over there. Obviously, if you want to fill it up, you can fill it up with as many things that you want. That's drawer number one. And then you've got another drawer that opens up over there. And I haven't put anything in there as yet, but I can if I wanted to. And then And this was the most important part, or the most impressive part of this whole bench, which I really liked, was this last drawer, which is a soldering station. Okay, so basically I pull that out, and whenever I want to do any soldering, I can do it in this part over here. So for me, I thought that was, really, really cool. Most especially because I can separate my things, and if I know what I want to put where, I can do that. Those aren't the only drawers. Obviously, we've got these other 2 drawers over here. Over here, I've just got a couple of my other stuff. I've got my soap, I've got my needle files and my drill bits. And in this drawer, I've got, my ring sizers and, a couple of other things. So we've got those drawers, which for me are quite cool. The thing that hasn't changed though, I still have these jars, and I've still got some tools that I put inside those jars. That hasn't changed. Also, I do keep it like this for easy accessibility for me. And yeah, that makes it a lot easier. The best part of this whole thing is my bench peg. Okay, so my bench peg, the one that I had before, I had to drill to have it inserted into the door, and as a result of that, the bench peg wasn't as stable as I wanted to. Every time I wanted to saw, it would be a little bit loose, but now with this, it's pretty solid, so I'm happy about that. And then the last thing, it also came, I was surprised about this I wasn't expecting. It came with this stand, which is where I keep my pendant motor, for all the drilling that I do. So the fact that it came with this little bar over here, this attachment, that was quite amazing for me. And now I can put my pendant motor on there. Previously, on the other one, the pendant motor, I had drilled it into the side of the bench, and I had it hanging from there. So this is a pretty cool setup there for me. Okay, and then this side, this is my brand new desk. This I'm also very excited for, because previously what I had is my bench and my desk were combined as one thing, and that made it a bit difficult for me to work because of the height difference. If you see, the bench is a lot higher than what the desk is, so having the workspace together in the same height made it a little bit difficult for me to work. So I'm glad that we went and upgraded that. I got this desk at Decofern, and basically, you buy the desk as it is in pieces, and then you have to assemble it yourself. So this is how I put the desk together. Although that is I sped up the assembling there. I did a time lapse. It took me about 3.5 to 4 hours to assemble that desk. So I'm very happy with what this is all looking like, and I've got my my tower there on top. I've got my screen and my keyboard. Obviously my laptop is there as well if I need to do a little bit of work in this space too. Everything else is still the same. I've still got my my pickle station over there, and that hasn't changed at all. And I've still got my wooden block over there for me to do any hammering. Yeah, so basically that is the update that we have in the studio right now. As I said earlier on, I'm very happy with the progress that we've made so far. There is still a lot of things that we have to do. What's on the agenda, the next thing that we're going to update or that we're going to add to the studio is we want to get a gas system in place. Because as I said earlier on in that very first video that I was showing you, I use a handheld torch to do all my soldering, and you know, it works great. But obviously the strength of the flame isn't big enough for me to be able to do any melting. So any metal prep that I have to do has to happen at the university, and then I can come back here and finish off my work. So if we can get that gas system in place, then I will say we're about ready. I'll say we are, you know, 100% equipped. The other small things that have to be bought, you know, there's a lot of tools that you can use in jewelry to make your life a lot easier, and those will also continue to be bought. So as it stands right now, I'm happy with the way that things are looking, and with everything that I've got, I've found that productivity has most definitely gone up, and that makes me happier. So yeah, that's basically all for me for today. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, please do me a favor, like the videos, share the video, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. It does really help me out quite a lot. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and until we meet again, I hope you guys have a very good rest of your day, and we will chat again soon. Peace.